I don't think that they actually understand what it takes. And I'm trying to tell them this is what it fucking takes, and they don't want to fucking hear it. And they don't want to hear it because it's too difficult for them to get. You get what I'm trying to say? And that's why the 1% is only made up of 1%.
Okay. Katie Leeson says, who's the CEO of Relentless Media.
Yeah.
We need to stop glamorizing overworking, please. The absence of sleep, good diet, exercise, relaxation, and time with friends and family isn't something to be applauded. Too many people wear their burnout as a badge of honor, and it needs to change. The second paragraph I actually don't disagree with. The absence of sleep, good diet, exercise, whatever, isn't something to be applauded. I think that's all necessary, but we'll get into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not even what I was referring to. Now, see my comment?
Let's see.
So I sent you the link to my comment on. This is on LinkedIn, everybody.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you got quite a bit of traction on that fucking comment.
People are pissed.
Wow.
Well, some people are
58 reactions, 34 replies.
Yeah, some people are pissed, some people are not.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you gotta.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
1, physical fitness and proper nutrition will allow you to work much longer and harder than the average person. Furthermore, one of the primary causes of burnout is a lack of physical fitness. Number 2, feel free to work as little or as much as you want to achieve the level of success you wish. Don't pay attention to people like this. You are the only one who has control over the outcome of your life. Number 3, who will achieve their goals faster if I work 16 hours a day and you work 8 hours a day, and if I'm as effective in all those hours as you? And number 4, it's posts and mindsets like this that has made society soft as fuck. Life is a game. Life is a game, and those who succeed are those who can sacrifice the most and have the most dedication, determination, and perseverance.
I'm not wrong on any of those.
No, let's see what the...
So there's a couple people... There's a couple posts, like... I don't even know if it makes sense. I think maybe just have Connor post them up like on the screen. Did you see
Some of these comments are fucking hilarious.
So stupid. Like, honestly, these people are so stupid.
I've interacted with plenty of successful people with vision or eye issues that need to wear sunglasses.
Like one guy literally wrote, one second. One guy literally wrote, never believe anybody who believes that wearing shades on LinkedIn makes them look like a credible source of anything, much less a person who claims life is a game. Guy, I know life isn't a game, okay? If you treat it like a game and you want to win, like arguably life is the biggest game, right? If you treat it as such and do things that will allow you to succeed at it, you'll win at life. It's as simple as that. It's a fucking euphemism.
I think people are just not understanding what you're saying here.
I think so. I think so, but some of them are. But some of these people are, right? And like this one guy, he is exhibit A of when you read too many self-help books. I haven't even read one. I don't even know.
I can attest to that.
Yeah, I don't read that kind of shit. So I think it's hilarious, man. And then like this one person, this is another good one that we can kind of like maybe leave it at that. Dan, one day you will be burned out and you will look back and understand what the Katie Leeson post is about. I do find time to go to the gym 5 times a week, and I am a dancer on my free time, whatever that means. Working harder is not the answer here. Balancing life and putting family as a priority is. So I think what's funny is people don't understand. I've been doing this for like 20 years, you know? Yeah. I've literally, maybe not 20, maybe like, I don't know, 17 years. Like harder than I am now in the beginning. If I would have been burnt out, I would have been burnt out by now. Yeah. By now, I haven't been burnt out once, and I probably average 16 hours a day, even on the weekends. So, like, what are you talking about? So, at the end of the day, all we're trying to say here is, did you find any other interesting things?
Well, another one that is like I want to see your response on is this guy that says success is entirely individual. For me, for example, it's happiness, health, time with loved ones, and personal growth. I won't actually be getting to my goals faster if I work 16 hours versus 8. What's your opinion on that?
I think that's totally fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you're not going to listen. I'm not talking about guys like that, and neither is that girl in her original fucking post.
Exactly.
Which she's the owner of a company, And what's even ironic, what's the name of her company? Relentless Media. Ironic. So what she's talking about is working. What she's basically telling people is don't brag about or don't, glamorize the outrageous work ethic.
Yeah.
Right? But I'm like, well, who are you to tell anybody to not glamorize that? If people want to be successful, like that's a goal that I have. I want to be successful. And it doesn't, maybe in the beginning of my career, yeah, I did sacrifice a lot, and that's fine. It didn't put me back, or it didn't, I didn't sacrifice. I sacrificed certain relationships that weren't on the same level, I guess you could say, as I was, or especially trying to hold me back. I feel that if you have certain goals in your life of, attaining certain things, and you're with people or around people that try to hold you back because they don't want you to experience those out of, jealousy or whatever the case is, then you should sacrifice those relationships. You should only be around people that will help you attain what you want to attain. And that is it. And you should be around people that understand that, right? What people don't really understand is I've gotten to the point in my life, because of the sacrifices that I've made, I really could do what I want when I want. I'm not saying that I could do everything that I want, but I could do a lot of things that I want that a lot of people can't when I want. I don't, because I value scaling what we're building here over and above, potential experiences now, but I don't sacrifice experiences now. I have the flexibility and the freedom to go to certain things, to experience certain things because of the sacrifices that I made early on when I was physically able to do them. When I had, the energy, and not even when I had while I have the energy to do them. Also the lack of responsibility early on. What I think people need to realize is early on in your life, late teens, early 20s, 30s, the reason why I say those years should be about sacrifice and determination and dedication and perseverance. The reason why I try to preach that in people is because those are the years that you're able to do things and operate at the highest level. That's why you see all, pro athletes. What do? They pass their prime for sure. Their late 30s, going into their 40s. Like they're it's over for them, right? Only a select few are still able to operate at those levels. Well, why? Because of their physical ability. It's no different in business. Why do people not want to leverage that early on? When you're able to leverage that energy, leverage your physical ability, leverage your emotional and mental state while it's still operating in its prime. Why would you not leverage that so that when it really counts, you can live how you truly want and experience life how you truly want, instead of what? Like living in hostels for fucking 5 years, traveling I don't want to go. And that's me. Maybe there's a lot of people that want to experience that, but I don't want to fucking live like that. I don't want to go backpacking because I can't afford to live in nice shit or experience nice things in nice hotels or whatever. And the true best way to live life for me, living life. For me, it's about sacrificing when people are unwilling to sacrifice so that you can live your life later how other people can't. And the only way to do that is to sacrifice early on so that for multiple decades you can live how other people truly can't. If you think about it, if you sacrifice, even call it your 20s, you sacrifice a decade of working as much and as hard as possible for a decade, would you trade that for your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s? Would you trade that?
Of course.
Right? Do you really want to be working to make ends meet when you're 60?
Fuck no.
I don't want to do that. So I get all this. I get all, I get the argument of it. And, early on it's about experiences and this and that. But at the end of the day, for me, I would rather work as hard as I can, as long as I can, and as smart as I can when I'm physically, emotionally, and mentally capable of doing it, so that I can live multiple decades like other people simply can't because I decided to sacrifice 1 decade. I'm okay with that. I'm totally okay with that. And I don't think a lot of people in that thread get it. And what I don't think people understand in that thread is the importance of physical fitness and nutrition, and how much of a positive effect it could have over and above the average person. And I'm not trying, I saw a post in there or a comment in there where they were saying, board of directors in Germany would go again, or I think, what was it? The board of, I can't fucking remember. It said, basically this girl was like, well, the board of directors in Germany on average would disagree with your posts or whatever like that, insinuating that they're all out of shape and old or fucking probably fat or whatever, right? So what she's not understanding is, number one, they didn't just all of a sudden get there, okay? They probably had multiple decades of working very hard to get into the position that they're in, number one. And number two, I'm not trying to say you can't get or become successful while you're out of shape. That's not what I'm trying to say whatsoever. What I'm trying to say is you will have a much better and easier time dealing with certain things, extreme stress, especially unannounced stress, if you have, working late hours, mental clarity, a more stable emotional state. If you introduce acute bouts of an intense physical stress, i.e. working out and eating proper, that will help you deal with, stress hormones like cortisol, and help you deal with free radicals in order to, to live a healthier life and to produce a healthier body overall. Free radicals are arguably probably one of the worst things that your body actually produces. And they're produced in certain environments of arguably probably extreme stress and stuff like that. So if you practice good physical fitness habits and nutrition, you're going to be able to expel all of those things. And by expelling all of those things, you're going to be in a much better physical state, which will then also produce a much better emotional state and mental state, which will allow you to operate at such a higher level than the average person, just like pro athletes. And if you tie it all back, that's like telling a pro athlete that operates at 100, like that's like, okay, so Lionel Messi and, Cristiano Ronaldo and all these top soccer players and stuff like that. Could you imagine if they were not in good shape? Would they be performing in the World Cup? Like, this is what I'm trying to say. It's so important for them. Do you really think that Cristiano Ronaldo, I think the guy's like 39 years old, okay? And he's arguably still one of like the top 5 soccer players in the entire world. Do you really think that he would be able to operate at the level that he's still operating if he didn't eat good and weight trained and took his physical fitness serious? He's not going to be able to do it. He's just not. So that I'm not trying to say you can't do these things being out of shape. What I'm trying to say is you're going to have a much easier time dealing with certain elements of operating and owning businesses, or even working in a high level position when you're physically fit. It allows your body to operate on every single level better. That's what I'm trying to say. And that's what these people are not understanding. And they're probably not understanding it because 82.3% of the world's population is actually overweight and not in good shape. But I bet you if you were to take those people that are, maybe used as test subjects and got them in shape, I guarantee you the vast majority of them would say that they are able to operate at a much higher level being in better shape than they are. And you even mentioned that you training executives for multiple years, that they were more concerned about operating. You were, again, Clark Weeb Fit, master trainer. You mentioned that they were more concerned about their physical, mental, and emotional state operating at a much higher level, more so than they were concerned about their physical appearance. And these were all high level executives that you were training. So at the end of the day, I don't think that they're understanding the position that we're taking. And I also don't think that I think they also have a hard time understanding when they're coming at me saying, well, I disagree with you and this and that and this and that. I think it's hard to understand when even what it takes to get to the top 1%. They're not understanding. They're talking about a lot of these people on there, they're on there because they want to make more money. That is what LinkedIn is. They want to make more money. They want to network. They want to get on there, talk about other opportunities that they could leverage, this and that. They're talking about more money. Okay. And if given the opportunity, they would be in the 1%, correct? I don't think that they actually understand what it takes. And I'm trying to tell them this is what it fucking takes, and they don't want to fucking hear it. And they don't want to hear it because it's too difficult for them to get. You get what I'm trying to say? And that's why the 1% is only made up of 1%. That's it.